How's it going, guys? Anthony from SAZ 4x4 here, and I've got my mate Andreas here. He's calls himself the professional detailer, mate. So he's going to be detailing the Patrol today. So
that's right.
I haven't detailed this thing in like 2 or 3 years, so it's looking a bit rough for wear. So he's going to work his magic and hopefully make it come up like brand new.
Well, let's hope so, mate. Let's fucking hope so.
That's the idea
let's
anyway.
Hope she comes back fucking beautiful, mate. Like the showroom floor, that's what we like to hear.
Perfect.
As you can see, before we began detailing, there's quite a few scratches and swirls within the clear coat of the paint. So this whole process will remove about 90% of those.
Alright guys, so usually I start with I like to use Bowden Zone. That's sort of my sort of brand I like to use. So I start with the snow job. I just put the water, it says on the bottle anyway, so you just put that much amount of soap and the rest is all water, and there's like measurements on the side, but don't worry about that, you just follow those. And usually I like to do that to decontaminate the whole car. On the wheels, I use this as well, so fuck it, I'll just use it, who cares. Now, that after I've washed the car, I've actually wiped it down, everything. I like to go through after just to use a quick detailer. I used to have the Maguire's clay bar, but now I just use Bowden Zone. Like I said, Bowden Zone is one of the best sort of companies, so we'll use that to decontaminate the whole car. And you can actually tell after how you'll see rock chips, you'll see everything that's actually stuck in the paint, and it'll come off after the clay bar because the clay bar gets rid of the clear coat, everything. So that's everything. And then we move on to the actual ultimate compound, which is, I like Maguire's ultimate compound. I think they do a good job. And that's this. So usually on a car that's been detailed before, I would use a bit of a softer pad. Like they can actually call it the Buffalo, mate, buffing pad. So they use that. But because this car hasn't been detailed for a while, like Anthony said before, this is a much more aggressive pad. So this pad's much more aggressive, which will cut through the paint even more, or the clear coat, shall I say. And then to finish it off, we use a simple resin polish. So that's more to get swells out, to actually correct the paint, while this is more to polish the paint up and get it sparkling a bit. So with that, I got a new pad as well, just so we can make sure it comes up beautiful. And then at the end, look, I wouldn't say this is the best sort of ceramic product out there, but it does the job. So I just use the Maguire's one. I'll apply it after on just a microfiber towel like I have here, and spray it on and just wipe it onto the car, and yeah, should be good from that. Let's go.
Let's do it.
So guys, we've washed the whole car, we've just wiped it down, everything. So now we'll get on to the clay bar stage. So I'll start with this panel. Simply, look, if you run out of the quick detailer, honestly, just get some Palmolive, like washing detergent, and just put some water with it, mix it, and that's it. And that's all it is, because the whole point is the detergent actually cuts through the clear coat, and that's what you want. Whilst when you're actually washing a car, you don't wash your car with it because you don't want it to become through the clear coat. But this, for now, the whole purpose is we're trying to cut it back, so that's why we're going to use it. So simple, just spray it on like this. Doesn't matter how much you put, and then just get the clay bar, just push it in a bit like that, and then simple as apply it on, and then just go on a sideways motion the whole time. Just go like that around the whole vehicle. That's about it. So let's get into it. Alright, so we just finished with the clay bar. Look, the main way you can tell you've done a good clay bar is just to tell if the paint's a bit smooth. So I'm running over the paint at the moment, and I don't feel any imperfections as to say any rocks or anything like that. So look, you might see a few stone chips and stuff like that, but stone chips, that's what it is. But you want your sort of paint to be smooth. Swells don't really come off with clay bar, well, they don't come off with clay bar, but the smoothness is now what helps us when we applicate now this. So like I said before, I'm gonna go over with the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. And look, I'm just gonna work it into the body panels and try to go in straight lines constantly. So when you're trying to do this, it's in just constant straight lines. So you can, swells obviously are circular, so you can go out of a pattern a bit, but mostly try to do in straight lines as well. So yeah, we'll start, let's go. I just did one sort of bath. Look, the speed of the actual polisher, because you're getting into the paint a bit more, you can go at a slower speed. That's what I like to do. And then when I'm doing the actual polish, the super resin polish, I'll go a bit quicker, just like, because you're just doing it over, like just a coat overall, a coat. But when you're actually doing the compound, you're going into the paint a bit more. So I prefer slower and also slower motions. That's what I prefer when I'm doing the compound. So pretty much I just finished the first sort of panel. Just to give a bit of a review straight away. Look, you can immediately see the flakes in the paint straight away. So that's with one pass, and that's straight away you can see all of the flakes off the paint. So we've cut back a lot of the first layer, and you can see it. And as soon as I wipe it off, look, there are still a few minimal scratches, but as soon as we work into it a bit more, hopefully we can get more out of it, but we're happy with that at the moment. And yeah, that's it. So we'll do the super resin polish after, and yeah, let's see how it goes.
Don't forget to follow the SAZ 4x4 TikTok if you want to see what videos we're working on before they come out.
Alright, so we've pretty much done all of the sides of the cars. There's only this door and this core left now on the car. This side is probably the worst side, and as you can see, there's a massive line that Anthony went through at Menai, mate. So it was up a rock, and the rest is history. So yeah, so look, this is probably the worst panel. You can see already in the panel it's got so many swells, like ridiculous swells. But if you push back to this panel, you can see that there's pretty much nothing left there. So and also the paint just looks very faded. So we're just gonna bring that back up, and let's get it all shiny again. Let's go. So that's one pass, and as you can tell, if you compare this body panel to that body panel, oh, it's completely, you can't tell it's comparable. So this is the pad we just finished doing the car with. Yeah, I think it's time for it to go. So let's get rid of that one, and now it's time for the new pad. So
it's not really that new, but
no, it's not new.
Yeah.
We do have a newer one, but we'll see if we're going to use it or not. We'll see how this one goes. But oh look, it's simple. Wrap it around with the Tool Pro orbital sander. Sander, sorry, not a sounder. And bloody on boats too much, mate.
You're on boats too.
Bloody GME, mate, give me a sounder. And simple, just tie it up, guys.
Look at him go.
So you tie that up like that. Now, because this is going to be spinning, as you can see, it's going to be spinning like that. So what I usually do is, I just usually tuck it underneath like that. I'll tuck one side like that, tuck the other side like that. So when she spins, she doesn't make any crazy motions. Just like that. So it stays in. That's my little trick. Then, well, like I said before, we're going to use the Auto Glim Super Resin Polish. So that, like I said, I like the Maguire's compound, but I feel like the Maguire's polish isn't the best, to be honest with you. And that's my friend Matt who taught me that. So Matt told me about that. So
For a consumer grade polish, it's pretty good.
that's right. So look, and like I said, this sort of polish is something you can do at home. So we're not talking big stuff here, but we're getting pretty good results, to be honest with you. So yeah, you know, look, you always got to prime the sort of pad first. So always prime it. Thank you. I just like to run my hand like that. Try to move all of it around. Now this pad actually works better when you actually soak it a lot. So it actually holds a lot of it. So you might think it's a lot at first, but it actually holds it, so you actually have to put less after. So that's a good thing about this pad. So yeah, move the furs around a bit. It's actually sheepskin, believe it or not. So that's the trick. All right, so let's go. Oop. Well, that's nearly the ending product. So one more application of another product as well, but look at that sparkle. So
Like
I'm very happy with that sort of progress. So yeah, the sun's getting down slowly, sadly, but we're on to the final step now. So after a lot of chit chatting, eating lunch and everything, we're finally about to finish. So I'll just apply this sort of coat like this. And that's your final product right there.
Looking very good.
And it's very smooth. So it's very smooth. David's got a V8, man. So we've literally just finished the paint. We just put that ceramic coating on, and honestly, this car's come up smick. Like, it looks beautiful. So it looks rejuvenated. The paint doesn't look dry. It actually looks really moist now, and that's what you want. You want a car to look moist. So and don't take that the wrong way, lads. But anyway, now the paint obviously it still needs to dry a bit, but that's smooth. That's as smooth as a baby's bottom, as they say. So oh, look, like I said, I'm very happy with that. Look, obviously some scratches I'm not going to get off, as I've only spent a day. Some people spend 4 or 5 days on a detail. So I've spent about what 9-10 hours now. So
but a lot of bludging and stuff.
yeah, well,
yeah.
that's all right.
6 hours of constant work.
Exactly. So people, like I said, people spend way more hours, but the car's not clean till it's tyre shine.
That's right.
So we'll get into that, and then we'll show you the final product. All right. So we're done. Look, I think we're really happy with it. Mr. Sazanovsky is pretty happy. That's the main thing. That's his car. So look, we couldn't get crazy massive scratches out of it, but most of all the swirls are gone, and the main thing is that the paint's actually really popping. So it looks like it's very moist. It's not dry, and a nice ceramic coating should polish up well. So obviously it's dark, you can tell. So tomorrow we'll be taking some videos, and hopefully you'll see the real color of this car. The sparkles and the pearl on this car is amazing. It's actually got a purple pearl to it now, so we're really happy with it and stuff. So yeah, tomorrow we'll take some proper videos and photos of it, and we'll put it in the video. But yeah, thanks guys, and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.